Okay, good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube, Table Enabled. I'm doing a short simon today, simon Reish Tet, 219, a toast with Savik Berachas Hayayin. Sorry for the background noise. I don't have another place to give the shir on Wednesday afternoons. So let's start. Aleph, Laka Kos, only three halachas. Laka Kos shel Sheikha shel Mayim. You took a cup of water or beer, correct Bracha Shahakol. Pasach v'amar, Baruch Atah Hashem, L'kinu V'cholam. Al das lo shakal. He had in mind to say shakal. He thought, right, and he knew what was in his cup was wine or beer with shakal. He stumbled at the end, and for some reason, unwittingly, he just said Bari Priya Gafen. Hey Machzir to the Rambam. This is the Shulchan Aruch quoting the Rambam. We're going to see we don't pass like this Rambam. We don't pass like this Shulchan Aruch. You're not Machzir to. We say it's okay. B'diavad. Neishu Hashash Yezker Shem Malchus Shemekar Abracha L'Nis Kaven El L'Bracha Ruyelo. So Amin. Because what does it go by? When you say the main part of the bracha is the Shem Malchus, Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam, you had in mind Shahakol, you unwittingly said Baruch Gafen. The main focus of your bracha is the Shahakol. So even though the words are wrong, and Baruch Gafen, if I would say, I had Kavanah to say Baruch Gafen, and Baruch Gafen is not exempt, right? Something which is bracha Shahakol, nonetheless, it's good according to the Rambam. Now this part of the halacha is everyone argues, all the other Rishonim argue on the Rambam. And they say, no, you go after the words of the bracha. We said Baruch Gafen. Baruch Gafen is not a valid bracha for beer. So therefore the bracha is invalid and you have to say Shahakol. We'll talk in Ian Talina about this machlokas, the Rambam and other Rishonim. The Shulchan Aruch continues. He took a cup of wine, of beer or water. He thought it was wine. Right, he planned on saying the wrong bracha. Which goes basically what we said before. It goes after what you said. So he said the right bracha. Even though when he said Shem Malchus, he intended for Baruch Gafen, which is the wrong bracha. It wouldn't work for water or wine. But he finished the words. That's the important point. The words are the right words. So therefore, Yotze. Haga, the Ramah says, let's say he actually had grape juice or wine in his cup. He inadvertently thought it was water. And when he said Baruch Atah Hashem L'kinu V'cholam, he thought to say Shahakol, and then he remembered. In this case, no, it's actually wine in my cup. In that case, everyone agrees, right? Even the Chok, maybe in the previous halacha, would agree. In this case, for sure, Yotze, even if according to the Rambam, you go after, right, what your kavanah was, b'shas, when you say Shemu Malchus, over here, what was his kavanah? To say Shahakol on wine. But Shahakol, but it works for wine, right? If you say Shahakol on wine, that's okay. Shahakol patters everything, exempts everything. So therefore, for sure, in this case, the Rambam would agree. He took a cup of beer or water. Made the wrong bracha, which we said doesn't work. Right? Within 2 or 3 seconds, time it takes to say Shalom Aleichem Rebbe, he remembered I made the wrong bracha. And he immediately corrected himself. He said Shakal Midvaro. What was? If we just go back a second and press replay, what did he say? Yotze, the halacha is Yotze, because you can correct yourself. Tokidei dibur, you can correct yourself. Haga, the Ramah says, here's an interesting halacha, right? He's sitting down together to drink wine with a lot of people. And there's wine at the table, and other people are drinking wine. He also thought in his cup was wine. He thought his cup was wine. And he is not only saying Baruch Gafen for himself, but he's exempting other people in his Baruch Gafen. It happened to be a mistake. Instead of pouring him wine, even though the other people had wine and had grape juice, he for some reason had beer in his cup. His bracha is valid for wine. Now his bracha is not valid for the beer. If he wants to drink the beer, he has to say shakal. But if he wants to go and drink wine afterwards, he can, as long as he wasn't mafsik b'dibur. Why? Even though it was a mistaken bracha, because he planned on drinking wine afterwards, right? And here's the main point. The point is, his bracha, he was motzi other people in his bracha, and they actually had wine in their cups. So his bracha was chal for them. They answered on me, and they were yotzi with his bracha, and they drank wine. So the bracha is a bracha that's chal. So once the bracha is chal, so it's effective for him. As long as he's not mafsik, he doesn't start speaking about the sports, right? Then he's okay, and he can drink wine. and therefore his bracha is a bracha. Now, if he wants to drink the beer or the water, he has to make a shachal. Gimel, kol brachas in the stopping and berechem lav. Let's say that you weren't sure if you made a bracha or not. This happens a lot. You're not sure if you made a bracha or not on a food. It's a bracha with a subject bracha lahakel. We pass on the lahakel, right? It's been there abanon. You don't have to make a bracha. The only bracha, if you're not sure if you make it again, shehishal Torah. Except Birkas Hamazon, which is Dauraisa. The Shulchan Aruch says Dauraisa. Now, obviously, he's talking about a case where you were satiated. If you weren't satiated, technically we paskin, it's only a chiv midrabanan. If you just ate a kazayis or kibetza of bread, only when you're satiated. So then, when you're satiated, so you're not sure if you made Birkas Hamazon. The lacha is Taved Dauraisa l'chumra. It's a bracha Dauraisa from the Torah to make Birkas Hamazon. Therefore, you go ahead and you make Birkas Hamazon, even though you're not sure if you made it already. However, by other Birkas Hamazon, according to Fashos, Alamichya. It's actually Alamichya is a question. So Machlokes that's the Raisa, the Rabban. We'll talk about them more going forward. But by a regular shahakol or Barin Nefashos, so those brachos are the Rabban and some brachos the hakel, some the Rabban l'kula. You would not make another bracha. You can eat the food. You don't have to be afraid. If you're not sure you're in a bracha, just eat the food. Forget about it. Don't make a bracha. Or if you ate the food, you're not sure you're in a bracha corner. Don't make a bracha corner. Just move on in life. Don't start worrying about it and calling your rebbe. You don't have to call your rebbe. It's how brachos the hakel. That's the psak halacha. Doesn't say you have to go ahead and call all 5 poskim in the city and run after them to their house. Don't do that. Don't be crazy. Hope you enjoyed today's share. Stay tuned for Ian to lean on, where I talk about Sif Aleph, the first halacha, a very interesting halacha in the Rambam and the other poskim. The Rambam has a unique sheet, which Shulchan Aruch ascribes to, but we don't pass like this Rambam or the Shulchan Aruch. But what is it? How can you not go after the words? Do you go after his kavana when he says Shem Malchus? Hard to understand the Rambam. I will explain the Machlokes Rambam and other Rishonim, Ian to lean on, coming up next.